The Democrats are who we think they are. Anti-free speech, anti-free elections, tyrant socialists who are getting ready for a coup like you've never seen before. So, all of last week, I've been warning you. I'm just trying to do a public service. I promise you, on my word, on my credibility, on everything that matters to me. I'm not trying to unnecessarily scare you. I was traveling this weekend to a different place. And when I was traveling, a couple of people came up to me in a restaurant, asked me some stuff. And to those people, they watch my show, they know me, who are watching now. Did I not tell you the same thing I'm telling my audience now? This coming coup the Democrats are planning in front of our eyes is a really, really big deal. Coming coup, that sounds like a conspiracy theory. It's not a conspiracy theory. I'm just using the Democrats' own words. Folks, they are legitimately in front of your eyes talking about a coup. Coup d'etat. That sounds crazy. Does it? Does that sound crazy?
No.
Of course not. To you, you produce the show. You get to see everything in advance.
That's right.
There are some people out there who still think I'm making this up. So I was sent this article this weekend by no less than probably 2,000 people. This thing must have went viral by a guy I've seen on Fox. You know, I'm a contributor of that. I've seen him but I've seen him on TV. I watch the network too. It was in the American Mind, and the piece is called "The Coming Coup." I did not plan this. Michael Anton wrote it. Listen, folks, this is in the show notes. If there was ever a time to read the show notes, it's today. Bongino.com/newsletter. Subscribe to my show notes. It's free. I'll email you this stuff every day. I don't even got to hunt for it. Read this. Read this and send it to your friends. What's the premise of the article? Bottom line up front. The premise of the article is this. There is a conspiracy going on right now to basically overturn or overthrow the results of the 2020 election. If Joe Biden wins, Joe, don't worry, everything will be okay. None of this will happen, of course. Yeah. If Trump wins, no matter how big the win is, he could win 49.5 out of 50 states using Joe Biden math. They're not even hiding the fact. Actually, it wouldn't be Joe Biden because some states, Nebraska and Maine, actually split up their electoral votes, right? So they're not even hiding this. And as the author writes, which is a great, great premise, what are the two rules of conspiracies? I'll get to this stuff in a second. Number one, never talk about the conspiracy. Remember Fight Club? What's the first rule of Fight Club? Never talk about Fight Club. What's the second rule? That the best way to hide the conspiracy, the coup conspiracy, is to pretend it's not a conspiracy at all and that Trump's doing it. Oh, you're going to love this show? Oh, stay tuned. Let's go to screenshot number one from Michael Anton's terrific piece about the coming coup. This is a long one, about a paragraph long. But ladies and gentlemen, this is worth your time. They're talking about the ravings of Joe Biden and about not respecting the election results and things like that. And it says right here, this is an important one. They're openly advertising what they're going to do if they're going to lose. So, quote from the piece, one might dismiss such comments as the ravings of a dementia patient and a has-been who never got over his own electoral loss. Talking about Biden, obviously. But before you do, consider this. Over the summer, a story was deliberately leaked to the press of a meeting at which 100 Democrat grandees, anti-Trump former Republicans, and other ruling class apparatchiks got together on George Soros's dime to game out various outcomes of the 2020 election. One such outcome was a clear Trump win. In that eventuality, former Bill Clinton White House Chief of Staff John Podesta, playing Biden, refused to concede, pressuring states that Trump won to send Democrats to the formal electoral college vote and trusted that the military would take care of the rest. We've already discussed this report they're referencing in the Michael Anton piece, the Transition Integrity Project. If you haven't seen this report, look it up. I've got a lot more on this ahead. The lady running it, shocker, Joe, has a long affiliation with George Soros, liberal money guy, loves to give money. I know you're stunned by this. Rosa stunned. Brooks, I know you're shy. Hold your astonishment. Contain it like a beach ball underwater. They're openly talking about states Trump wins just sending Democrat electors to the House of Representatives anyway. In other words, we don't respect the popular vote within our state, and we're just going to send our people to elect Biden anyway, and we're going to let, quote, the military take care of the rest, according to the piece. Folks, they're not hiding this. This is extremely dangerous. I cannot warn you in more dire or stronger terms right now. Be ready for a solid month of total chaos after the election. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm simply repeating to you what the Democrats are already telling us. Remember that famous Dennis Green meltdown, the old coach of the Arizona Cardinals, the football team, when they played the Bears and they lost? And the guy asks a stupid question and Dennis Green melts down and says, "They are who we thought they were. They are." Remember that? Look it up. It's hysterical. The Democrats are who we think they are. Anti-free speech, anti-free elections, tyrant socialists who are getting ready for a coup like you've never seen before.
You just heard Dan Bongino.